Hey guys.
Hey y'all.
Guess who's back?
We took a break, guys. Spring break.
Much
spring break.
needed, but
yes.
You know what? Welcome back to Sit and Jist.
With Joyce and Seyi.
Yup. Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah. I know y'all missed us.
Of course, man.
I would miss us
We're
too.
the stars of the show.
Yeah.
Literally the stars of the show.
Yeah. But we're gonna talk a little bit today about spring break and just some things with the topic today is gonna be student leadership. So we're gonna tap into that and let's have a good conversation like we always do. Miss Seyi, how are you doing?
Girl, I'm good. Well rested. This break was so needed, but we just need to lock back in. I'm so well rested that I just want to tap out. But no, we gotta regrind, reset, and then boom, finish off strong. So yeah, I'm good. How about you, Joyce?
I'm good. I'm in a place where it's I have so much going on, but right now I'm in a place that there's balance in all those things. And I'm scared because I'm oh shit, there's a lot going on, but I have to log back in and be a scholar again. But at the same time, I'm not worried about it because I'm
that's good.
We got a month and a half left of school, not even.
Hakuna Matata.
Bitch, just study, get your shit done, and leave.
Exactly.
About to have me a full SoCal summer. Hell yeah, I'm gonna have my fun.
I'm so excited for summer, bro.
Me too.
Summer's gonna be so fun.
Bro, I was girl, you already look this good. Just wonder how you gonna look in the sun. I'm kidding. But no, I'm really excited. I get a full SoCal summer. I'm not really going back home. My little brother's just gonna come visit me.
Oh, fun.
And I got shit going on. So I can't really.
Oh my god, that's full SoCal summer.
Yeah,
no, guys, SoCal's the best in the summer. I'm serious.
Sorry, y'all bitches that think you could top us.
No,
you could never. You could never.
Oh yes.
But yeah, but I'm really excited just to hang out more with my friends, go out, have a good time. But I'm doing good, honestly.
Good.
I'm in a good place. I needed the break.
Bad.
The break was so needed. I needed to just go somewhere. Be in a big Rasta Clot mansion, man.
It was
and
so fun. 3 stories, by the way. It was so tea.
Vlog coming soon, though.
Vlog coming soon.
Yeah,
I gotta lock in bad.
I was just I hope everyone has fun and a good time. I always pride myself in being a good host without any complications for the most part. And if we have a complication, we figure it out, right? So I just want everyone to be comfortable and everyone to have a good time. And the group was great. It was meshing different friend groups. It was really fun.
Yeah, she was mama for real, y'all. It's so fun. Cooking us all types of breakfast and all types of meals. Not even just breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks.
Yeah, it was tea. I just love taking care of people. It's so fun.
Sweet. Seriously.
And Jay, I would call her because she's in the room. We were sharing a room.
Yes.
Yeah, we were together this whole time. So we were just asking each other out of courtesy because we obviously have different experiences. She was chilling. She was mama. She was I'll drive. I just want to chill. And I was period. I would always check in on her and be how are you? How's your day been today? She's just been working, but
yeah,
sleeping.
Guys, it was break, but not break. Break from school. There was still other things going on, but it wasn't bad because I thought of it as this is my first real spring break that I've had, because every time I have a spring break I'm working not just computer type of working, dead ass working shifts,
same.
8+ hours. So
yeah,
it's
same.
This felt like a for real break, which I enjoyed. And people were concerned. They're why are you always working? Guys, I swear, this is me on a break.
Yeah.
It could be worse.
Yeah. She was actually doing stuff that she has interest in. So it wasn't worrying me because she would take breaks and hang out with us. So I want to make sure she takes a break in general and hangs out, which she did every night. So I was more than fine with it. And I would just go in and check in on her and be hey babe, are you good?
So real.
She was very much in her mother nature, just nice,
yes,
calm moment. And it was so nice to see her that way because I don't get to see her like that a lot.
Thank you.
But yeah, I would literally call her and be okay, we're gonna make breakfast. I'm gonna call you when it's done. And because after a while, walking up and down the stairs,
bruh.
Oh my gosh.
She just put an all call in the checks, food's ready. We're all right, and you're stopping boom, we're ready, we're there.
Yeah. And I would just call her and she'd be do you guys need help? And I'm no. You're fine, mama. I got it.
Okay.
And I don't know, I just love hosting people. It's so fun. I think I get my own home, even now I try to host people, but it's harder because all that stuff. But yeah, I love it. It's great. I think it's such a way to like bring people together, especially in that big of a space. Like we would always all come upstairs and like eat together, so like and just talk and giggle, and all the people there were funny, which makes things so much easier when people are hilarious. And just like being comfortable with each other, because no one was like judgmental or anything.
Right.
It was really nice. Oh my gosh, y'all don't even know.
We all came from different places, like, and all this was like the main connector was Joyce, so like it all worked out. So shout out to you. Like it says it tells a lot, you know.
I was like, oh my god, I'm so happy everyone had a good time. Like
that was so great.
I had a great time. Like so fun. Yeah. Stay tuned for next year, because we finna be in another state.
Don't worry. Don't you worry.
Don't trip about what we doing. Worry about you doing. But we have content coming out from that. We did a lot that trip. So I have content.
Bro, I was like, exhausted by the end of Friday, bro. I was like...
Yeah, no, like in a good way. Like we got good sleep. Because the beds were so comfortable.
Bro, oh my gosh. Genuinely so comfortable. Like,
they're so comfortable, y'all. Y'all don't get it.
Shower was too, bro. Anyways, like
oh my gosh, our shower was
the whole bathroom.
Oh my god, it was so. It was Jack and Jill.
So
shower jets from the top, the sides. Come on,
bro. I turned on the side ones on accident, like the other side one. I was like, "Yo, okay, let's turn this off." Like,
yo, you had to play around with it. I ended up figuring it out. I had both of them on at the same time.
Oh my god,
you have to like not pull it all the way because it's full jets and that hurts.
Yes,
you have to do like almost less than half. Okay. And then it gets super duper hot, so you have to like play around with it.
Wow,
girl, it was a whole science, but I got it though.
Period.
God saw me through.
Real. So no, I felt so replenished like every time.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, like this is a great shower, great time, great food. It was pretty cheap too. Like the chip was cheap. I'm sorry.
For 5 days, bro.
Even when we had to split stuff, it was cheap. Like the most we paid for something was like $40. But what is $40 for a whole meal? But it was a big gap.
That meal was huge.
Huge Rasta clap meal.
Plus the mimosas, guys.
Yeah, the 21 pluses had mimosas, and we were just sitting there like,
oh, it was so tea.
But it was fun because
it was really alky. Like it was not like a mimosa. It was like straight champagne. Like it was too much.
I wouldn't know.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, she's laughing in my face. I got 2 more years. So what do they say? Time flies by when you're having a good time.
Yeah, when you're having fun.
Something like that. So when you're having fun. So it was good, girl. And then Cleo saw Friday. The journey that it took to get to that concert.
Bro. Hollywood Bowl is so beautiful, but the journey for
I hate Hollywood Bowl.
It's terrible.
I'm never going to go back unless it's someone that I fully love and like adore. And I'm Ubering.
Yeah.
No more driving.
Yeah.
And if I drive, I'm going to have a whole LA day.
Yeah, that's the only way it'll be worth it.
I don't like Hollywood Bowl. I'm sad.
The parking's terrible.
It's
really
sad.
Is. And they switched up. Because before the front parking right there, it used to be regular parking, but they switched to ADA.
Huh? Lot B?
Yes. No, not Lot D. No. Oh. Lot B. Lot B, that's across the street. When I went for Daniel,
now share, isn't it?
It's drop off and also it's ADA parking. And I was like, damn, y'all can have like a little section like
for the regulars.
Like,
no, bro, I had to tell me why. We left my apartment. I'm closer to Anaheim than Shady. I'm like 15 minutes closer to LA because I live in Anaheim. So it doesn't take me that long to get there. It takes me like 30 minutes to get to El Segundo. That's a push, even. But tell me why. We left my house at 5:30.
Terrible.
We went to the new In-N-Out down the street. Shout out In-N-Out in Anaheim. It's so gas. Fully left there at like 6:15, 6:30. Not late at all. We were already in Anaheim, so we were not even far, like for real, to be honest.
Ahead.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, we gotta get food, all that stuff. Get there to the freeway, and it's chill. Boom, Rasta clock traffic. He takes us out like if you're gonna go to Dodger Stadium, like right after Terramia.
Yeah.
You take a left, and if you take the right, you're gonna starting to go up in the hills, but you can get back on the freeway.
Yeah.
So I opened my door because I need to release. Like, there was just sniffles and stuff, and I used to just, like, get it all out. My bag, spillage onto the road.
What?
My powder foundation, Rasta clot, gone. My new Autocrash bought 2 weeks ago, gone. My lip gloss, gone. My other lip gloss, gone. My liquid IV lip stain from NYX, gone. I grabbed my keys because I was about to fall out the car, and I drove off. Because at the end of the day, I was like, to stop in the middle of these LA streets, it's like,
what?
Death to do us part. I was so sad.
In the middle of the street?
In the middle of the street. Like, we were, like, waiting for the light.
Oh, my God.
And I was like, so we're waiting for the light. I have
no.
time. And I did. But my shit just starts spilling. And then it's green, bro. It was just... So then, yeah. So, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I was already, like, that was already fucking up my mood. I'm not even gonna lie. But I didn't want to project because Jaden was with me. So I was just, like, quiet. I was just like, okay, like, let me just... It's not her fault, you know?
Right,
and my bag has never done that before. It was just overfilled, I guess. And yeah, so then I got over that. We hit traffic.
Sorry.
I got over that.
Fuck.
Our ETA was 7:37. Not bad at all. 7:30 actually. Not bad at all. We got 30 more minutes before the doors even open, nigga. Like, we're good. Or so I thought. Or so I thought. We get to the Highland Ave Hollywood Bowl exit.
Bro.
7:45 in New ETA. Okay, cool. That ain't nothing. That ain't nothing but a thing.
So you would think.
And I hop into the exit, 8 p.m. New ETA. Okay, that's something, but nothing but a thing. Nothing but a chicken wing.
Ooh.
8:10. I say, okay.
It's
8:30. Okay,
like...
this is not even funny anymore.
Right.
I'm not even joking. I had to get out that line. I had to cut through, and I didn't want to be the asshole who did that because that's the reason why the line wasn't moving because people were cutting.
Right.
But at the same time, like, bruh, I paid to see Miss Cleo. I'm gonna see her.
What's going on?
Got off the freeway. Tell me why on the freeway people were walking out of their Ubers.
That's the bro.
On the freeway.
That's fucked up.
Leaving. Because it was outrageous. It was bumper to bumper for almost an hour. Mind you, we were in the car for 2.5 hours to even get there.
Bro. No.
Bitch, I live 30 minutes away.
Y'all see, that's what not to do. Did you use Waze?
No, I use Apple Maps, and it showed me like designated traffic, like, but it didn't even because it thought it was moving at the time, which it was, but
right, because it's not exactly like added to the ETA bad. Because okay, guys, here's what to do.
This has never happened to me before,
bro.
I've been to Hollywood Bowl like 3-4 times.
Yeah, I don't know. Cleo brought a bunch of people, y'all. Yeah. Cleo, bro, she's like universally loved. Like everyone loves her like bad. Okay, so what I did whenever I'm going to LA, I usually just start using Waze. Like I don't use Waze day to day because it's like. For short drives, it's like, okay, whatever. But if you're going to LA, guys, use Waze. Use Waze. That's an app where it'll show you. It operates like Apple Maps, but it updates like live. Like, because Apple Maps takes a bit to update, like to show you alternative routes. But Waze, it shows you the alternative routes like in live time, especially like people like send live updates to within the app. So it'll just automate itself, I guess. So what it told me to do, instead of going off of that exit, it told me to go to like the next exit over and then basically go around and back. So it was still a bunch of traffic, but it wasn't as bad as that exit because walking out of the Uber is kind of insane. I can't lie to you,
and we
bro.
go off the exit. I usually park in lot D because it's the closest to the exit. It's right there. And the parking's like $20. It's not that bad.
So that
bro, that shit was full,
bro.
So we start driving down. We take a left at the light. Start driving down. No. We park in this parking structure for the mall that's right next to Hollywood Bowl.
Oh shoot!
Right, and we walk. And we're like, okay, where are we? Like, like we're low-key farther past the. I'll tell you where we are. We walk out. Why the fuck are we on the Walk of Fame?
What?
I look down. I say, Paul Walker. What's going on? Walker, what do you mean, Paul Walker? What do you mean, Dwayne The Rock Johnson? Why are there stars everywhere?
Whoa. At night?
Yeah. I said, JD, we need to go now. 17-minute walk. It was already 9. She was already about to go on. It was like 8:45. Like, our journey was so... we literally walked out. We said, why are we on the Walk of Fame? Like, why? How did we get here?
I didn't know we were that close for real. Damn.
It's like down the street. It's close as shit. Like, and we were on the tail end.
Walk.
So, you want to know what we did? Like, this journey was so aggravating, but so fun at the same time. Because I was really upset, though. I really wanted to see her in full. And, like, by the time we got there, it was, like, we ended up taking one of these. We got halfway across the street, and we were like, bro, this is going to be a trek. Because we saw other people walking to the show, too, like, from where we were. These cars were, like, $20 a head, $20 a head, we'll get you to the Hollywood Bowl. We said, no, not $20. $20 for each person? Hell no. I'll do 10.
Yo, they're sick for that.
Then this other guy, he came up to us, and he was like, I'll drive you to the Hollywood Bowl right now, 5 minutes, $10 a head. We looked at each other.
Mm-hmm.
He said, yeah, for sure, let's do it.
Yo.
Fucking let's do it. And we did it.
Oh, y'all are brave.
We were in a car with, like, all black people, though. And he was a driver with black people. But he was more worried about getting that money on. Because he was like, I take Venmo, Zelle, all of it. But his Zelle wasn't working, so I just sold Jaden. And this homeboy, he was like, he was driving and will look back, be like, I only got one payment. Yeah, like, so did you pay me? I'm like, yo, the money isn't running away, bro. Boss man. Focus on the road. Turn back. Full 180.
Oh,
Yay.
No.
What?
No.
What? This can't be.
No.
I said, please, uncle.
Let's get
focus on the road. Focus on the road.
Whoa.
Uncle, please, focus on the road. I was so astonished. I was terrified.
Yeah, respectfully so.
But paid him his money, went on his merry way. He was really nice. Got to the show. Whoa. We missed like 2 songs, but we were like walking up to our seats and we could hear her. But you know when you're just so like defeated and tired, and then we couldn't even find our seats. Oh. We literally found the row, and then it's the odd number thing, even thing. That shit's annoying.
Oh my god.
So we literally sat in row 12 and sat in like seat like I don't even know at the end, and I was just walking like, but I was like, just happy to be there.
Yeah.
But I was so sad because I was like, when is she ever going to tour again? But I enjoyed it regardless.
She'll be back.
I enjoyed it regardless.
Even with some Salt, like her gospel group, maybe they'll be back.
Yeah. It was amazing. It was beautiful, but it was like freezing.
Yeah.
The outfit went to waste. It looked so cute. It was just like, but she was amazing. She made it. She made it worth it. I was just like, as soon as it was done, we jetted out there.
Saying she did a quick encore. I was like, okay, thank you.
I was walking as she was doing the encore. I was like, hey! I walked my happy ass. I was like,
no.
she did amazing, but it's freezing out here. There were so many heads in there.
Girl,
people standing in the middle of the aisle.
Beautiful heads, like, bro.
Gorgeous people were there.
This is fine shit central, like,
fine shit
and
galore.
I know y'all got good music kids if y'all like here seeing Cleo, like,
yeah, no, fine shit galore. All my friends that were going, I was like, that makes sense. Like, literally, tell me why a quarter of us that went on the spring break trip are going to Cleo Soul.
Like, boom, boom,
like
boom.
Savannah, her friend went. Me and Jane went. You and your sister went. Adri and her friends went.
Yes,
we were all like, bro, like.
Yeah, we had an admission. We're like, let's go back, check out our 10. We left at like 10:30, and then we're like, all right, Cleo Day, let's go.
Yeah, Cleo Day. We had to switch gears.
Yeah,
because before it was like party hardy, let's relax.
Bro, they can party, y'all. They can party. I was like, whoo. Y'all got that, man.
But we had like fun at home nights that were super fun too. Because we had like a joint flip. It was just so fun. But yeah, and then Sunday I just like reset and like hung out with some friends later that day after I took a well-deserved nap.
Real bro, Miss Planner herself, like.
But man, it was fun regardless. It was just like a fever dream. Like, why did I go in that car?
That's I was like, y'all are brave. That's why I'm like, y'all
that ass, like, it was rickety.
Yo, but you got there.
No, it's fuck. It was funny. I didn't
know this whole journey, guys. I like a new part of it, but this is insane.
I saved it. I had to save it.
You know, you're real for that.
You know.
Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah.
I want to say some of my journey because it pissed me off.
No, please. Continue.
No, it was, some things with my sister, you know, which we're not going to talk about. But the journey there wasn't that bad, y'all. I try to avoid parking at the Ford when I'm at Hollywood Bowl, but it had to be done this time. And it wasn't that bad because we found a shortcut because instead of going all the way around where the intersection is, we just cut through the bridge from the street. From the freeway, like the bridge over the freeway, and then it was a journey. We found these girls, and we're like, hey, we're all chit-chatting, like, we made a journey there together, and there's a tunnel under the entrance too where you can go through. And I was like, I did not know this.
Really? It's freaky. It's terrifying.
Trippy, yeah.
But it's a
works.
shortcut.
Yeah, it works. So I was like, we're here. Okay, let's just walk up this hill.
Yeah.
Another hill.
Yeah.
So many hills, man. Oh my god.
So many hills. I found that shortcut the first time I went there.
That's crazy.
I got an accident. I was like, are we supposed to be here?
Right. It's kind of creepy if you don't know where it's going.
Yeah, but then we were just out on the hill, and we were like, oh, period.
Right. So it was great.
Yeah. I just told myself.
Just a little bit, but We were there. We're there. And not many people can say that.
So no, not a lot of people can say that. I just told myself no more Hollywood Bowl. I think I'm done for a minute. Unless it's someone that I love, like, and I'm gonna Uber, and I'm gonna.
But they have some good shows over the summer.
I know.
They do have
but I'm also like, WizKid, Rusta Clap, make your way to crypto quick.
I don't know if he will though.
I don't want him to be there. It's gonna be cool.
I feel like it's gonna be special, like an orchestra playing his music.
Oh,
like,
you.
Come on, think about it.
You wanna go?
I'm actually down to go.
I'm down.
See, like, and also Sir's gonna be there too.
I know he's gonna on my birthday, but here's the thing.
Oh yeah, you did say that.
With my experiences, and I saw Sir. That was who I saw the first time. It was Sir and Maxwell. But
oh shit,
yeah.
But that's a good show. Oh shit.
But like, I just I need a good experience. Sir's wasn't bad because I like driving, so right. I can figure my way out through traffic. But this time, like, my brain was like gnawing. Like I had to take my hairstyle out because I was in for too long.
Huh?
Yeah, that's how long we were just sitting there, bro. So dumb. But
what?
Next time, and see, the thing is,
it's just planning ahead. I think it's planning like more, even more prepared than you think you should be. I think that's what it is.
But I'm thinking like, because in my head I'm thinking, okay, leaving at 5:15, that's early.
It is. No, I don't know why. Like, I don't know what happened.
I think it's 6:15 because after we got food. Yeah,
I think it's just because it is a one night only. She was there for one night only, so it wasn't spread out. I think that's really what it was.
Yeah, I was gonna say that
because it was packed. Can I tell you, it was packed,
sold out. Completely sold out. There was no space.
Bro.
People were standing in the aisles.
Yes,
they weren't even sitting in seats.
And usually security like moves them, but they didn't say anything.
No, they just sat. They were also enjoying. No, that
she's so good. Like so.
She's so fun. Bustle wine. You guys know how to bustle wine? Did you hear her say that?
Bustle wine. She said that.
Yeah.
Honestly, she said you lot cheering me on. And I was like, it's so funny, bro. She said
bustle wine. Bustle. She started whining.
She was like, bow. She's Jamaican. Yeah, like she's bad. Like she's so tea, bro. Like
I was so happy, bro.
Yeah, she's great.
Oh my gosh.
All the energies were so amazing.
So tea. Everybody in there was so fun, and I was trying to get up more, but I was so tired at that point.
I sat down the whole time. I can't lie. Only for, I think it was either Promises or No Let Your Love that I stood up. Here. I sat down the whole concert. I'm sorry. I was literally like, why can't we just vibe, guys? Yeah. It's a sit down concert. Yeah. Besides a couple of the songs, but like, yeah. Anyways, segueing into our actual topic for today. Right. We're chit chatting. I love it.
Rasta Clot, yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
So our topic for today, since it's getting to that time where it's the end of the year, guys, so we wanted to share a bit of our perspective when it comes to being a student leader here. We've been mentioning it before, mentioning how we're involved in campus, involved in BSU, Presido, VP, we're here to stay. Some of us are here to stay, but yeah, as we transition, if you will, pass the baton over, we need to talk about a little bit on what we do here, Right. So I have thought, I thought it was perfect just, talk about the ups, the downs, the highs, the lows of being a student leader here. So essentially that's what we're going to do, just to offer you a bit of perspective. And if you want to join us, join us.
Honest and open conversation.
Can you tell us, a little bit about your leadership role and what motivated you to be involved as a student leader?
No! Of course I can!
Thank you. Yeah.
So my leadership role on campus is Black Student Union Vice President. Yeah. And I was encouraged to go out for the role because I wanted to have more of an impact on the club as a whole. I think I volunteered a lot for a lot of the different events, and I was an active member because I just all my friends were in it, and I really honestly liked it a lot. But I just felt like I could bring something different to the board, and I wanted a leadership position. I wanted a position with a lot of pressure. Honestly, I know that sounds insane, but I think it was also going to help me learn for my future endeavors when it comes to my outside job and my big girl job. So that is the reason why I tried out to be, or applied to be a part of the board. And also Seyi was leaving, and I also was I want to spend more time with her, so also applied because of that. But that was like the last one, you know? It was more so for but it was more so for more experience. I feel like I could bring something new to the table, bring something fresh, bring something fun, and just knowing that I could take on the pressure, because I did a lot of volunteering and stuff, like I said, but I wanted to be more involved in the making a difference on this campus. So.
Real. Yeah, she saw it firsthand too. I had some struggles with my previous board, and she was there like, I don't know. She was like an audience for that. I can't lie, because it was insane the last year. But, you know, I really appreciate that despite seeing that, she was able to like still be like, nah, this is something I want to be part of, and something she wants to, you know, bring a different addition and culture to it. So I really do appreciate that. Real. Sorry, she's taking a little snack. She's like, let me just move the mic.
I'm hungry.
Girl,
but...
no, as you should. That's perfectly fine. But yeah, that's great.
Please answer.
Oh, yes. Okay, so for me, I would say I was involved previously, like in high school or whatever, but, you know, high school's so long ago now, which is insane to think about. But I came into college thinking, like, I just want to focus on academics. I just want to focus on, you know, just getting a grades, which is, I went out the window so quick, I can't lie to you. But second semester freshman year, I was like getting more involved in the ARC and like getting around more of my, you know, my people, black people, because, you know, I was on the business floor. right, black people. Right. So I was like, okay, like, these people are cool, like, everyone's fun. And like, I don't always talk to the ARC, and I was like, what's the ARC? Because I was on the business floor, so it was like a lot of, you know, you can't see me, but, you know, there's a lot of, you know, those people. So, and it was cool people. Like, I got a lot of friendships I still have to this day, and I'm really grateful for that, especially with like living on campus. But, you know, it's the difference when it's like you're with your own people, like, you know, you share the similar interests, share similar like experiences coming into college, and also just growing together. So it was cool to meet all those people in the ARC too. So from meeting people in the ARC, I was always chatter about them, you know, restarting the BSU, because the time that I came in was during like post-COVID, like freshly post-COVID. So it was like not much was active, y'all. So common topic was, you know, restarting BSU or whatever. And I was like, I'm cool with just being a member. Like, I don't need to do that. Simply. I was like, no. But one thing led to another, and lo and behold, I applied for an event coordinator. I don't know how. I know how it happened, you know, peer pressure. Like, I was so gullible. Like, you know, back then, you could tell, if you told me something multiple times, I would probably end up doing it. Like, so that's what happened, peer pressure. But, you know, it benefited me. But, yeah, yeah, we did event coordinating first year. We brought a bunch of new events and all. Like, loved the board the first time that we were there. Like, it was just such a cool experience. It's like, it's something I've never experienced before. So it's like, okay, like, constant adjusting, but, like, you know, learning too. So from there, the first time I started that position, they're like, we could see you as president. And I was like, please, like, don't put that on my head. Like, I just wanted to be here. Like,
I just wanted to coordinate events.
Like, I just wanted to do that. So what are we talking about? Like, no, we see you as president. It's like,
no.
Oh my God. But yeah, shout out to Nina and MK. Like, they were the ones that were like,
now.
Yeah, they were the ones up in my head. And I was like, you know what? I just have to accept it at one point. And we did. And boom, boom. Like, we became president the following year.
Right.
And you already know how the story goes. Like, we've been making our impact or whatever. So, but yeah, it's more of like, I guess, people, you don't really know how you're perceived from other people. So, like, sometimes your calling is your calling. As much as you want it or not, like, it's going to happen. So, shout out to those people that believe in you, basically. So, that's why I'm here today.
Period. I know that's right.
Yeah.
Bow.
Yeah. Period. But yeah. Oh my God. So that's great. Now we have a little intro of like how we got involved. We're gonna talk a little bit about our day-to-day responsibilities. So, okay, I have 2 questions from here. So, first we're gonna talk about what does a typical day or week look like for you as a student leader?
Okay. Wow. During a very busy time, which is kind of all the time, but okay. Let's talk about like a BSU meeting day.
Perfect.
Right? So Tuesday, I wake up, go to work. At work, I'm doing like extra tasks for people who need more help on their tasks, because I usually get my tasks done like the week before.
Mm-hmm.
And then I always check in with Seyi, and I'm like, hey, is this good? Like, I drafted up this email. Is this good? Like, how I did this task that you wanted me to do?
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll just kind of chat and touch base, and like I'll fix some things up. And then the group chat is always blowing up. So if Seyi's not answering questions, I'm answering questions. Mm-hmm. So it's like always like on my phone, like making sure everybody's aware of what's going on. And then we also are in contact with our advisor a lot, so we'll also tap into her and wonder, like, she tapped into us and like ask us, what are we going to be talking about tonight, if she can or cannot do certain things and all that type of jazz. And then on top of that, still doing school, still going to class, and when 7 rolls around, I stay on campus all day. So when 7 comes around, we talk for 3-ish hours about like new tasks that we have, new opportunities that we have, bringing new ideas to the table, finding different ways to execute these ideas, and then executing them efficiently. So that's, and then we go out and get bazookies.
Period.
But that's how like the day in the life of me looks like. I also, whenever I have downtime, reply to emails as much as possible, because they do get a little cluttered, but yeah,
right, real.
Yeah, that's how it looks like for me.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah,
I would say for me, constantly, the biggest thing is emails. I feel like just constantly making sure everything's on a timeline, because a lot of emails, if you don't answer them in time, the opportunity's already passed. So it's important to answer emails when I'm in my role, and also it helps me to create an agenda. So what usually keeps me organized is keeping an agenda for each meeting, because if you just start rambling, like, you can get very off topic. So making an agenda, what I've learned from last year is that it's important to keep like weekly tasks for everyone, even if you don't send it like right when we're finished our meeting. Like, having weekly tasks to check in on everyone, making sure everyone's on task, is an easy way to like see who's on top of everything and see who's struggling a bit. So that's what I usually do. I send weekly tasks to everyone, just to make sure that we're not doing, like, not one person's doing everything, because that's what usually happened last year, was like a lot of it would end up being on me, because I'm not delegating. So delegation is really huge in my role. So if you're not delegating, then there's not really much people can do, because it's like they think nothing needs to be done, but it's like, oh no, you have this whole like timeline of things that need to be done. So a lot of delegating, a lot of lists, a lot of emails. On a BSU day, it's my busiest day. So Tuesdays I have class from 10 to 4. So just kind of my breaks or my classes too. I have some downtime to do some notes and do some emails, just because there's not much time after 4. Because once 4 hits, bro, it's 7 basically. Yeah. So yeah, so for BSU day, emails, building the agenda, and then just checking on everyone, making sure that they complete tasks, because oftentimes people complete the day of, which I don't care. Like, I do the same thing. Like, as long as it's done before our meeting so we can have some progress, I'm completely fine with that. Right. So yeah, so just make sure everyone's on task, sending reminders to everyone, like, hey, we have this meeting this day, remind your clubs too, because we have our club meeting, like, we have a club meeting tomorrow. So just letting them, remind them to come, because if we have no clubs, we're not really going to have much to talk about. So, right. Yeah. Thanks, so it's a lot of just checking in, reminding, agendas, holding people accountable, also just holding yourself accountable, because if you don't have discipline, like, it's going to crumble, y'all. So, right. Yeah. And yeah, like she was saying, our busiest day is literally Tuesday. I have class till 6:45. So I literally just like jet from my class straight to our meeting. But yeah. Real. But yeah, okay. And I think it just kind of segues into the question that the next question I have is, what's one thing about your role that people often misunderstand? I think sometimes, depending, like, a couple things, but we'll touch base on 2. One, that I like know everything that's going on all the time, which I, for the most part, I actually do. But sometimes I'm like, I actually have no idea what you're talking about. And I'm really good about keeping up with things, because also forgot about this. I'm literally the secretary, pretty much. So essentially, like, I also take all the notes and organize all that type of stuff and keep that in order. So I'm like, oh, I have to remember that this was approved and this was approved. But I don't have the space and time to remember every single contingency request or, like, thing that was approved, like, budget proposal that was approved, right? And then I also think
That's a good question. I also feel like being on the younger side, whenever I'm like, hey, like, we gotta get this shit done, people are kind of like, why the fuck are you telling me that? Bitch, you're not my elder. Which I get, you know? But at the same time, I'm like, if you know me personally, I don't have time for the bullshit. I'm a busy bitch. Like, we need to get shit done. Like, I try to be, like, really efficient with my time. So, like, I know sometimes I can come off strong. And I'm like, I swear I don't even mean it that way. It's just, like, we need to get shit done. Especially if, like, you're like, Joyce, you need to tell everybody to get this done. You know? Like, and they're like, why are you telling me? Why can't Shay? You just tell me. But I don't think people understand, like, I am your right-hand man. So you tell me what to do and I'm going to do it.
Right.
You know
it's
what I'm saying?
It's just a messenger type of thing. Like,
exactly.
It's like, I'll, if I have to put my foot down, I'll put my foot down. But, like, a lot of things is like, hey, like, I'm sometimes not going to be there. Sometimes, like, it's better hearing it from Joyce sometimes. Sometimes, like, I've already heard so much. Like, I'm always talking to them. Like, talking, like, literally giving them a bunch of information. So, constantly hearing from me, it's not going to translate the same if they hear from somebody else that's, like, not constantly nagging at them sometimes.
That's literally not the president. Like, which makes sense. And the thing is, I never get that break. I'm always talking to the president. So the thing is, like, when people are like, but like, why did you, why are you the one? And our board is super sweet, and they're always the ones who are not my problem. It's a lot of our delegation, and I understand, but at the same time, we just have to understand, like, we have to see my perspective. I am 19 years old. I am now in this position. I get, like, we are the same age, or you are older than me, but at the same time, you are not, like, a part of the board, or you're not,
and you chose not to be.
Exactly. You know, like, and it would be different if you were. It'd be different if, like, you understood what the concept of a vice president was, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't, you know? So I think just being your right-hand man, people don't get, like, the pressure that comes with that. I think that's the main thing I'm trying to get at. Now, that was a whole lot of rambling, but, like, I found my point, you know? So, like, there's just a lot of pressure that comes with that, and I think people underestimate that. Like, we don't do anything, because you don't see the vice president, like, in your government, like, in the American government, we don't really be like, it depends, you know, on the, like, the candidates. But, nah, like, I be doing a lot back here. Promise. Like, it's definitely just, you have to be in it to understand it. Or you have to be on the board to understand how much a certain person does. You know what I mean?
I agree, yeah. So even just to bounce off of that, I think people don't understand, like, the scale of what we cover, because I think people often see BSUs because they operate like this. They're usually just a singular club. But for us, we operate as, like, a umbrella club. Like, we're an overarching club. We're an ICC. So we're not just worried about ourselves. We're worried about our clubs. That's why I always often reference our club rep meetings, because we have clubs that we have to attend to. And people often think that we're not doing shit because, like, they only see the face, which is BSU. But we're supporting all these other people day to day. So it's like, there's so much that we do. And people don't really, it doesn't go through their head. And then, like, they often lack consideration of, like, what we're doing in our time. So I think that's what people often not misunderstand, like, what we cover and, like, how much we do.
That's true. Especially because, like, as a president, you are, like, one, the face of the club. Two, like, the social chair, like, the chair. So people think, like, oh, like, you obviously take on everything and, like, you don't need a break. Which is also a really big misconception. Like, she needs probably the biggest break out of everybody. And also, too, like, all the people on our board, I think it's a misconception that we are not trying to help, like, all these clubs. Like, we go out of our way to do stuff even if we don't need to. Right? Like, we give up our time. Some of us have children. Some of us are engaged. Some of us, you know, we have stuff going on. Like, and I think that's a big misconception on our board, that we don't do enough. When we think so outside the box that we try to do even more than we are capable of doing. You know? So I think that's, like, a misconception about, like, our board in general. Like, we don't do enough.
I feel like as an ICC, we do the most. I'm sorry. Like, can I go to the executive senate meetings with the other ICCs, and a lot of them are really just doing a lot, like, of backhand work, like, a lot of just, like, behind the scenes rather than, like, front facing. Like, they do some, like, one-off events, but, like, we're doing general meetings, we're doing quarterly meetings, quarterly events at this point, because we have so many different events going on every now and then. And on top of that, still supporting our clubs. So it's like,
and we collab with our clubs. A lot of ICC heads do not collab with their clubs. They really just
do, like, here's the money. That's it.
We collab with, like, a good amount of our clubs. Just ask, and we'll definitely collab. It's just, I think people, that's a big misconception. Like, we're not doing enough when we do so much that it's like low key too much.
Right. And people are like, okay, hold off. And they're like, okay, cool, fall back. Like, sure.
Yeah.
But then it's like, we also have to balance it because a lot of our clubs aren't active sometimes. So it's like, okay, we have to kind of like balance the scale and like, you know, do more on our part, which is sometimes it can be clashing, but it's just communication at the end of the day. So,
yeah, I definitely understand that. I definitely agree with that. Yeah. I think also going back to what you were saying real quick.
Go ahead,
I remember an example where I was like, when you're with a group of people, it helps to see like how you're conveyed to others.
Right.
And ABCC was a big eye opener for that.
Oh my God.
I am a type of girl where I'm like, not what I say goes, but we plan something, it's gonna go that way.
We built this shit brick by brick.
Right.
Like, I don't give a fuck, bro.
I love Franklin Say. But but my point being, I know people were pissed at me during that trip because I do not play. Ask Shay don't play. We're gonna leave at 12, and it pisses Shay off too a lot because like,
I'm like, okay, I have to.
Yeah, like
I gotta tee up
she
too.
tees up. Like I'm like, we gotta leave at 12. I said we were leaving at 12. No bullshit, no disrespect. And you know it's not disrespectful because I could be disrespectful, but I'm not. I'm just saying. We said we were gonna leave at 12, so we're gonna head out. Just meet us there or something, you know, which is not bad. But this was we all have to leave together. We're all together all the time. Like it's not like it wasn't like there's a choice. Unless you want to Uber, go for it. You're not getting reimbursed though. You know what I'm saying? And I think when I would say what the truth was, honestly, people hated that. And I'm like, I get that I'm younger, and I get like half of you guys don't even know me. But you signed up to be here, and a lot of people were like coming for me because a lot of the stuff that we had was best Joyce and so they knew who like everyone was. You know what I'm saying? Me, I don't give a damn
because it's this like sense of entitlement that continuously happens with a lot of people, especially here. But it's what I've done to like cope with everything is like think of this as like college is really a smaller version of what the real world is going to be like. No matter where you go, people are going to be entitled, think they're better than you when they haven't done anything to prove it.
Yeah.
So as time is gone, I'm like, who cares? Because one person's always going to complain. Like there's always at least one person that will complain. Right. So who cares?
And the thing is, I'm probably like I be joking, like I be making jokes, but I do not act entitled. I have to work for everything that I have. So, and I know that. Even on that trip, I did so much work for that. And like, Seyi and our event coordinator, Kia, and our treasurer, Tommy, like, all of them, they were like, no, Joyce, you did this shit. Like, you ate this. And I was like, well, we all did it. Like, I am not the type of bitch to be like, this is all me. I'm that nigga. Like, no. That's not even what I was trying to do. It was just like, Seyi wasn't going to do it. She said, you gonna get up? You gonna talk? And I said, yeah, you're right.
From my perspective, I'm like, she's gonna have to do this next year, or she's gonna pass the baton to somebody to do it. Like, I'm trying to tee her up, so she knows like this is how it's done, right? So you could even do better, like in the future.
Exactly. And I was like, no, this is great, because she was just like, yeah, you did great, you did good, like, that was great. Like, I like that. I want that. Access to those roles like that, so I had to kind of put my foot down because when Sheyi's on business, everyone is tuned in, everyone is clocked in, no one is looking at her crazy because she is that bitch. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm like, I know I have to jump that hurdle of like, oh, she's coming off way too strong, she's coming off like she knows everything, but like in this part of like the sector of BSU, when it comes to ABCC, the funds, all that shit, I know all about it. So like it's gonna come off that way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think that also adds on, like, since I come off like I know what the fuck I'm talking about, like I mean business. People are like, bitch, calm down. It's not that serious. But I'm like, but it is though, because all these things that we get stems off like the outcome of this. The reason why, the reason why you guys are here. If you guys like it, if it ends up going well, that falls back on BSU. And then me planning it, that would fall back on me and everybody else that was fully like hands-on involved in it. So I just was like, yeah, like that's also another thing. Like we come off too strong because we know so much, but
we do.
What we do. We force ourselves to learn these things so that we can better cater to you.
Because if we come and give you the wrong information, then it comes back to us like, oh, why didn't you know this? So
we look dumb. And we look dumb, rightfully so. Like, you should call us out if we give you the wrong information. But that's why we are never really wrong when it comes to stuff like this, and it rubs people the wrong way. But also, I'd rather rub you the wrong way and know I'm standing on my business and I know what the fuck I'm talking about than just rah all around the town. Like, you know what I mean?
Right. That's what's another thing. People try to find someone to blame rather than looking within. Sorry. You are to blame, and that is okay. And it doesn't have to be a big thing. Like, just accept it, swallow it, move on. It really. Oh,
you're right though.
Yeah,
right. But I had to touch base on that real quick.
No, that's so valid.
I'm thinking about like an example.
Yes. Yeah. Because, man, UCC, it always is a test of time. Like, it just
better than last year though.
Oh, 100%.
After they jumped that hurdle for the most part, like, because some people didn't. Some people did not like me for a while after that. But I was like, it's crazy because I love myself even more.
Right. Talk about him.
Wow.
No, yeah. Genuinely.
Anyways, continue. No. I'm so sorry.
Oh, please. No, that was a great point to bring up because it's true. And I think that's one of the, it segues into what I want to talk about. I want to talk about, like, you know, some of the challenges and some of the struggles that you face within this role. Like, some things that, like, you know, have opened your eyes. So, it was a great segue. Whew. The first question I have in this section is, what has been the toughest challenge you faced as a student leader?
Finding the time. Bro, I'm exhausted all the time.
Golly, girl.
And I haven't felt like this since, like, my senior year of high school. I was doing so much. I was dance captain. I was ASB VP. I was, like, class VP before that, so I was still tapped into, like, our class stuff, and then just doing a bunch of different ventures. Like, I was one of the bitches that, like, played powder puff. I was, like, also a volleyballer. Like, I was on the varsity. So, like, it was just a lot going on, but it was on a way lower scale, because there was not as much riding on me doing this as well, because I'm only catering to this people that it's in a high school. It's like, what really could go wrong for real?
Right.
But with college, it's like, oh shit, like, if I don't pass my classes, like, I paid for this. Like, I have to really lock in. But then on top of that, all these people are relying on me to do all these tasks. If I come on Tuesday, or they ask me in the group chat, Joyce, what's going on? And I don't know, that shows my character and what my priorities are. And this has to be a priority to you if you're on the board. Because, like, it's a whole nother sector of your life that, like, you're fueling into this one big end goal. And if you don't fully submerge yourself in that at times, it's gonna backfire on you. 100%. You need to be fully submerged for things like Black Amplify. You need to be completely submerged for things like African Black Coalition Conference. You need to be tapped in. Because if you don't know what's going on, if you miss something, you're cooked. Yeah. Because we are already light years ahead of what you missed 2 seconds ago, right? So I think finding the time to stay updated and to stay tapped in, but also have my own life and, like, live, like, and, like, get sleep. Yeah. And, like, be a regular person. Right. Because on top of that, I also have other jobs. Like, we work outside of this. Like, we have lives, we swear. Yeah. It's just, like, this is a really big part of our life.
Full-time job. Not even part-time. This is a full-time job.
So it's, like, it's finding the time. And I think I've been better about it, because I'm the type to be like, I got some downtime at work, I'm going to do something for BSU. I got some downtime at lunch, I'm going to do something for BSU. You know, like, I want to maximize my time as much as possible, but I also want to put myself first. Yeah. And then I also want to make sure I'm giving enough time for my other jobs and showing that I care about them. And also I'm really big about bringing my 100% to everything I do. Like, not a no bullshit. Like, I actually want to be fully present in there. But it's hard at times, because the last night before, I went to sleep at 2 a.m. and I was doing stuff for BSU. Today I got to go to Paxton and work a 5 to 7 hour shift, and then boom, bow, I got to go to student business career services and work a cool 6.5 hour shift. Right. And then also go to classes on top of that, and also do my homework, and make sure I talk to my professors, and go to office hours, and go to SI, and go to tutoring, and then show my face in the dark, because I need to make sure I have a personal life and see my friends. You know, like, it's...
There's only 24 hours in the day, guys.
There's only 24 hours in the day, but there's also only 24 hours in the day for a reason. Right? So I think just finding the time and, like, putting my health and myself first at times, because, like, it's not running away. It's Friday. We don't have, like, I'm the type of, I just want to get done, you know? Yeah. And, like, I'm always on go. I'm trying to find time to, like, stop, because my head is always, like, what's next for BSU? What's next for this? And it's, like, a priority to me, for real. Yeah. So I think that's a big struggle, like, finding the time to do all the things I want to do, also being a normal human being, editing, tapping into my money bag, tapping into my friends, making sure they're good.
Yeah.
Just finding the time to like balance all of that, which it's gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
It's gone a lot better. But I know that's a struggle for everyone. It's a struggle for you. It's a struggle for me.
Bro,
it's just finding the time to like be a normal person.
Yeah.
Is probably one of the hardest things that comes with being a student leader. You have to, there's so much on your mind at one time. Your brain starts to go into override mode, low key. Like, I'm like, you need to shut your brain off at some point.
Yeah.
But then you're like, I can't shut my brain off. We have the biggest event like we ever have in the year tomorrow. Like, you know what I mean? Like, your mind's just constantly going.
Yeah.
So I think just finding the time to slow down is the hardest thing. And I know that sounds to say like, oh, you need to find time to be a person. Like,
it's
but
serious,
you do.
though.
Yeah, because you, after a certain point, you're on autopilot. Yeah. Right? This week, I'm low-key, like, I'm trying to make sure I don't go into autopilot because it's culture show, and then at culture show, I'm setting up, performing, modeling, cleaning up. Gonna go turn up after, obviously.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm doing the after party.
Yeah, and it's
so fun.
We volunteer, so it's free.
Yeah.
like guys, use a reindeer.
Yes.
And on top of that, also being spring content ambassador. So we're really tapped into ASI right now, and like we're just overall tapped into ASI all the time. So it's just finding the time to be a normal person, call your family, take a nap, like just like because there was this one time. We had a meeting. I took a nap at like 5, and I was like, dude, I could have been doing this thing instead of napping.
Right.
And I felt so bad because I was like, bro, like I was like, shit.
It's
like
that one time though.
See what I'm saying? We shouldn't have those thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Like we should just be able to do what we want.
Yeah.
But that's just not how it is.
Yeah.
So that's probably the biggest thing. Just finding time. And like making sure you put yourself and those around you, like putting yourself first is really big too. Like when it comes to a leadership role, because we're doing so much for everyone else. Our whole board is doing so much for everybody else. They're in contact with all these people that I know they don't want to be in contact with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they're doing so much for everyone. You're fueling into everyone. You have to remember to fuel into yourself.
Right.
You have to.
That was beautiful. That was great. I second everything she said. That was an amazing point to bring up. Wow. It's a tough act to follow. Oh,
I would say you give me a platform.
No, that's great. No, I'm telling you, this is a great topic to talk about today. Like, because we're able to reflect on this past year and like, you know, everything that has brought us to this point forward. So I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
I think for me, that was a big struggle for me for sure. That's the number one. But I would say that to follow that would be imposter syndrome so bad. Like,
oh my gosh, you're so
imposter
right.
syndrome.
Oh my gosh.
Terribly. Like, cause bro, me, like Joyce and I were very similar. Like we're always going. Like we're always striving for the next big thing, you know? Like we are very multifaceted, very creative, and often with that it's like you aren't really satisfied with like what you're doing, even though you're already doing a lot. Like so a lot of the struggle that I've had and still kind of have tendencies of is really just like thinking I'm not doing enough. And like once you start listening to outside people, it gets worse. So a lot of the biggest struggle for me is imposter syndrome and kind of like blocking out the noise. Cause I always refer to last year, but this past year's really been a year for growth for me. And last year I would always like strive for other people's opinion. And I'm like, no, like just listen to yourself, trust your gut, and just go forward. Like there's no reason to be thinking about other people's opinion when they're not in it. Like that's why when you were saying earlier, you won't know how it really is until you're truly in it. So if you're listening to people that don't know what you're really going through, don't know what like the whole process is, why does it even matter?
Right.
But in the past, I would always be like, no, why are they saying this? Why are they not liking this event? Like, because some people, once again, people will always have something to say. So it's like, once you start listening to what they're saying, it's like, wait, am I actually doing the right thing? And then you start getting in your head, and this constant cycle. So
start doubting yourself.
Exactly. And like doubting your beliefs and doubting what you've been already, if you don't look at the evidence of what you've already been doing, like you're going to think what they're saying is true. But no, like, and this is what I talk about with my therapist. Like, you always got to look at like what is true and what is not. Like, what is what you're telling yourself true or is not? Like, look at the benefits, not the benefits. But look at the evidence you've already done before. You know, because if you don't, bro, you're gonna get this constant cycle of just like in your head overthinking. Like,
it's bad. Bro.
It's draining. It's so draining. Yeah. So that probably was the second biggest.
Great thing.
Yeah, because bro, like it was so bad. Like I would literally just like get so. At some point, I broke down. I was like, bro, I don't think I'm doing enough. But dead ass, like you gotta like lock in, like collect. You have that moment of like weakness of like, you know, not saying crying is a weakness, but like, you know, that mindset. I would say have that moment of weakness and then get it back together. Just be like, look at what you've done. Look at what you already have planned. and just really like be strong in your own belief. And like I believe heavily, like if we didn't have God, like if we didn't have the higher power, bro, I would have dropped out.
Right.
Sorry, genuinely. Like,
right.
Like you were saying, we live lives out of this, and life can be shitty, and you have to deal on top of that with shitty people, and it's like all that together, bro. It's deteriorating, seriously. But
that ass. And you be sick too. Like you also have to keep your health in mind, because if you're stressed so much, and you also on top of that like don't believe in yourself because of all these outside entities and all these outside sources, whatever, it takes a toll on your mental. It takes a toll on your health. It takes a toll on your your appearance. Yeah, I know. Like during winter, like ABCC time, I looked insane every single day. I was jumping through loops and hurdles at the very last second to make sure everything was intact, and I also don't want to spaz out on other people. Actually, I don't like projecting on other people. That shit's annoying. I hate that.
It just kills the vibe.
It kills the vibe, and I've done that once, and I profusely apologized after, like, and I was like, bro, like, it's just when you have all these people rah in your ear, you're so inclined to just believe that and like think what you're doing is just not enough. When you lay out your game card is what I'm gonna call it. When you lay out your game card, nigga, you are who you think you are. Period. Like, and I've been saying that a lot.
You gotta keep telling yourself, seriously, because you will get psyched out, and it's really insane.
No, deadass. Like, you literally are who you think you are. Don't let nobody shift that. And she's taught me that a lot, because I was coming to her for everything, honestly. And I'm like,
likewise, man.
Yeah, like, I don't know how to feel about this. Like, everybody's kind of freaking me out when they're like talking about like why I did or didn't do this, or why I didn't do or this or whatever. She's like, girl, why does it matter? You did your big one. You did what you needed to do, and we did that, and it's done. Stand on that. Stand on your decision.
Yeah, because once you start shifting, people are not going to take you seriously.
Not at all.
I've seen that so many times. Like, once you start being like, okay, yeah, maybe I should have done, like, what the fuck? What do you mean?
Yeah, no.
Don't be like, oh, yeah, maybe I should, like, no, don't agree with them. I'm sorry. Unless they're actually logically correct, and, like, you're in the moment of, like, you know, you should have done this instead of this. Cool. Take that feedback. But if they're genuinely acting out of line, why are you taking it seriously?
No. Because you know what? What did you put into it, right? 110%.
Right.
And then on top of that, your game card is stacked. You are this person. I will use Seyi for example. BSU president, former NSA president, Spring Concert ambassador, former Live Nation intern, Live Out Live intern. Nigga.
Like, please.
Like,
Joyce is working 2 jobs. PacSun,
girl,
Business Career Center,
like
BSU VP, like
lock in,
next
guys.
model, like we don't, and I think that's what it is. I think
also YouTuber, like content creator,
like please,
like, guys.
Oh my god,
your game card should show so much of who you are that you don't even need these niggas to tell you who you are, because you know you're that bitch. It speaks for itself. Like, it speaks for itself, but it's so hard to think like that in these positions that we are, because there's so many stuff in our ears. But you have to, like, support one another. And I mean that for real. Like, if you stand on what you're doing, I'm going to stand right there with you. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's, like, a big thing that you have to teach yourself. Community, from the jump. Like, your board, especially if they're good, which, shout out our board.
I'm serious. Like, this is the most seamless board I've had, and that speaks a lot. It speaks a lot.
Right? Shout out our board. We love the crap out of y'all.
Yeah. Well, I hope this really gave you some perspective on what we do, and
and shout out to our families at home that are tapped in. We love you guys.
Love you guys so bad. Bye y'all.